There you go. Abigail, thank you so very much. This looks fantastic. If you want all the ingredients, of course, and the recipe, just log on to our website right now, www.afternoonexpress.co.za. But tucked away in the picturesque mountains of the winelands of Stellenbosch, I beg your pardon, there's a very quaint, very beautiful chocolate factory. Now, we visited the chocolate factory to give you a masterclass on how to create all this yumness. Check it out.
Brighten up your home with Handy Andy. Handy Andy, always a beautiful ending.
As South Africa's first bean-to-bar chocolate factory, DV chocolate is made using ancient techniques, African beans, and a whole lot of passion.
My mom always used to say that I need to eat all my beans, and today I'm going to do just that. Well, kind of. Peter, it sounds like a very obvious question, but what made you decide to make your own chocolate from bean to bar?
Being from the Western Cape, I started falling in love with small craft artisanal food manufacturers. So whenever I had time, I used to go to food markets, wineries, and explore and look at how people made the stuff. And one of my loves is wine. And one day I read an article where the author compared wine and its flavors that essentially comes from nature against chocolate and the cocoa bean. And then I thought, but let me explore this. I got myself a small little coffee roaster and an Indian spice grinder, and I started buying small batches of cocoa beans from different regions in the world. And from there, it slowly migrated to food and wine markets, and there I was able to then start offering my chocolate to the consumer.
Sounds like a very complicated process. Can you take me through the steps involved?
So in sourcing cocoa beans, you have to be sure, firstly, that it's a quality bean, that it's sustainably sourced, and it has the right flavor profile. The first process we do in our factory is we roast it. The primary process behind roasting is to develop your flavor profile. So we've got machines that are called refiner conscious. First step in the process is to grind it down into a liquor. Second step of the process is to add your ingredients. Cocoa bean has got no moisture in it, so if you, for example, add sugar in it, sugar doesn't dissolve in it. So the only way to integrate the flavor of sugar with the cocoa bean is to grind it continuously until your particles are so small that they actually integrate, and you get one flavor profile through that. During that process is the chocolate also start losing some of its volatiles, such as acids, and eventually what you get is a smooth, even flavored texture and flavor profile associated with it.
It takes 100 cocoa beans to make just one chocolate bar, which is then aged and matured before being packaged to develop even more flavor and complexity.
I see a lot of different kinds of chocolate here. What is the difference between each?
As it's displayed here, it's from the least intense to the highest in intensity. So, for instance, the Ugandan one is the mildest, and then Rio Caribe would be the strongest of them all.
And what are the signs of a really, really good quality chocolate?
Chocolate with a high cocoa butter content, and that's well tempered, would make that loud, distinct snap sound.
That's something I've never been able to get right, is chocolate tempering.
For pastry chef Nicolette, tempering comes easy, but it is something bakers can easily master at home to make their own professional-looking chocolates.
Nicolette, what are the secrets to tempering chocolate?
Okay, well, the reason why we temper chocolate is to get it with a nice perfect shine, a nice snap to the chocolate, that it doesn't have any funny marks on or what we call cocoa butter bloom. First of all, need to melt your chocolate. Steam and chocolate are not good friends, so we tend to rather do it in the microwave, and then you just melt your chocolate so there's absolutely no pieces left. And then you can either add a little bit of pre-tempered chocolate, or you can try and do it on the marble slab.
Tempering your own chocolate is fun and messy, but Handy Andy Cream cleans surfaces and floors effortlessly, leaving time for more tasting.
What are we going to be using the tempered chocolate for today?
We're going to make truffles. One of the truffles that we do sell here at DV Chocolate, which is our 70% classic truffle. Basically, that's got a combination of cream with a little bit of glucose. Glucose always helps to keep it nice, soft, smooth texture. And then we use our 70% Uganda chocolate.
One thing I do know is that it's really important to clean your chocolate molds thoroughly and get rid of all that cocoa butter, because any greasy residue is going to make your chocolates dull and they won't have that beautiful shine.
Sunlight dishwashing liquid with its power of 100 lemons cuts through the greasy cocoa butter, making sure your chocolates are shiny.
They say there's nothing better than a friend, except a friend with chocolate, and today I think I've made some great new friends.
That bean-to-bar factory looks like a dream.
Yummy.
Remember, if you want the recipe for that delicious chocolate truffle, just visit our website right now, www.afternoonexpress.co.za. And don't forget that Handy Andy and Sunlight dishwashing liquid are giving away a fantastic Le Creuset voucher valued at 5,000 Rand.
To enter, SMS the keyword Express to 33728 and you could brighten up your home with this coveted cookware. Don't go away. When we return, we chat to Mariki Botma and we cannot wait for a performance from Monarch.
Harness the power of 100 lemons and brighten up your home with Sunlight dishwashing liquid.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express here on SABC 3. Today we have a very special guest joining us. She became famous when she appeared in a pie advert as a beautiful blonde bombshell with the surprising ability to speak fluent Zulu and Sotho.